Hi everybody, today we are going to be doing a quick review on the game Quest of Yore Barley's Edition. Now this is a game that is based off of the movie Onward from Disney and Pixar. Now what this game is an RPG adventure game. And what you're going to be doing is one of two things. You're either going to be taking on the role of an adventurer, or you are going to be playing the part of the quest master, who is going to be narrating the adventure and setting up different types of things. Okay, so to begin with, what I'm going to be doing in this is I'm going to basically be showing you the different things that are in this game and kind of explaining a little bit about what this game is about. There's over 100 pages worth of instructions in this game, and then there's also a quest book that makes up another 90 pages or so. So what I'm mainly going to be doing is just showing you the different components, kind of showing you the quest book and showing you some of the roles of the adventurers and what they can do and what you can do with this game and how you can set things up. So here we go. One of the books that this game is going to come with is the Tome of Quests, and this is going to be for the Quest Master. Now in this book there's going to be a whole lot of quests in here that the Quest Master is going to be used, but if you're just starting out, you're going to have a prologue that you're going to be able to use. It's going to tell you how to set up the game by gathering the supplies, the different types of cards that each character is going to be able to get. It talks about assembling your fellowship, which basically means that you're going to get everybody together and you're just going to kind of do an introduction to everybody and kind of set up the scene. You have here the Quest Master's Law and the Code, and everybody can recite this if they would like to. And right over here is the prologue. So what this is this is going to be if you are a first-time Quest Master. It's going to basically tell you what you're going to do here. You're not going to be reading anything to the players that is not boxed, or if it is yellow, you're only going to be reading them this. What this section is going to do is just basically going to kind of tell you what is going on and kind of give you an idea as to how to be the Quest Master little by little. So it'll just basically set up everything for you. Now throughout the game, as you're reading these things, you're going to be able to set up different scenes. You're going to be making decisions as far as the type of approaches, the types of techniques that the book will tell you. And so essentially this is going to just be a training guide to your first quest when you're starting it off. Now right over here is an action system reference, and you're going to be using this just to kind of give you an idea as to what's going to happen in the order that it happens. So right here the Quest Master is going to be narrating the action. And if you get to a place over here where there's a target that's appropriate to the desired action, you're just simply going to go ahead and follow this graph over here. If you decide to go this way, you're going to set the approach die, the technique die. If there is an assist die going on with the support, it'll tell you what to do there as well. And essentially this is going to be the entire action system as you're playing the game. So once you start getting used to this, it's going to make the game go by a lot smoother. But essentially this is going to be a graph as to how the game is going to progress. And then the rest of the book is just going to have the different quests in it. So here's one that says Chapter 1, My Way the Highway, and this book has about over 100 pages here, so you've got quite a lot of quests that you'll be able to choose from. Right here is the quest for the Quest Master. This is the shield of sorts that he's going to use, and this is just going to have different information that he's going to be able to refer to as the game is going on. Now one thing you might be able to do in the game is what's called shift up or shift down. What that means is you're going to be able to shift up to the next higher die or shift down to the next lower die. This can happen throughout the game. Right over here with the risky actions, depending on what happens on a particular challenge, whether the adventurer wins or loses, the Quest Master is going to determine what happens to him. So one thing that can happen is he can lose grit. There's a lot of different things. Right over here is with the support result table. That basically is going to go with rolls of dice over here. And right over here is the iconography. I think that's how it's pronounced. But this is going to have all the different symbols that are going to be used in the game. These are going to be used in the different techniques, the different cards. So you'll be able to refer to this anytime you're looking at something that has a symbol. In the game, you're going to have 6 characters. You've got the Defender, the Companion, the Rogue, the Savant, the Manticore, and then the Dragon. Now you're also going to be receiving tiles that are going to be double-sided. One side is going to have a cobblestone road on it, and the other side is going to look like this. Now these tiles are mainly going to be used just to kind of give you a visual as to the scene that is unfolding. This side is typically going to be used for things like challenges. On top of this, you're going to have heart tokens and grit tokens that you're going to be giving out, and everybody is going to be receiving a certain amount of these. And then you have the Lion's Will. And then finally, here are some of the different dice that you're going to be able to use. You're mainly going to be using these for your approaches and your techniques, and also for your assists as well. Right over here is going to be the Advanced Player's Guide, and this is going to basically be the rules and the guide on how to play the game. This is another long book. This takes about 80 pages or so. But again, this part here is going to basically tell you everything that is going on. Right here is the introduction and how to use the book and everything. The game supplies, the components, the miniatures, the different dice, the Questmaster shield, the roll sheets. Basically, it's going to just tell you what everything is in this section over here. When you get to the how to play, you're going to just simply go here. This is going to talk about the approaches, the techniques, the exchange that everybody's going to do in the beginning when everybody is just kind of talking, introducing themselves. Again, it's going to have the action system, and it basically is just going to just kind of take you through how to play the game with all the different cards and with just everything that goes on. So you're going to be referencing this book most likely in the beginning, but as you get to reading the book and doing it, you're going to just kind of get used to how it works. Now in the beginning, everybody is going to be getting a roll sheet. Now there are some roll sheets like these that are already been pre-made, so you can actually choose one of these. And let's just say we decide to go Ethorn, the Shadow Hoot over here. What this is going to do is this is going to gear up. You're going to have the gear up section, and you're going to be able to choose the different item cards. And it's going to tell you what item cards you're going to be able to choose from. You're going to be picking, depending on what it says over there in your gear up section, you're going to be looking through these cards and picking which one or ones you want. And here's a typical one. This one is a common shield. And again, it's going to tell you what type of shield you can get. But basically, you're going to be able to use these in the game for yourself to try to help assist somebody. And again, you'll see all these different symbols that are going to be, you can refer to the guide for that. But just to kind of show you some of what they have an entire deck full of different types of things that you can choose from as far as items go for your character. These are the different power cards. I'll just go ahead and show you one of these. Again, they work pretty much the same way as item cards, only they are different. So again, you're going to have a lot of different power selections you'll be able to choose from. Here are some of the ally cards that you'll be able to use to help out. I'll just show you some of these. Again, you're going to be able to choose from these. And then finally, you're going to have the spell cards, which are going to be typically magic. So again, lots of different things that you can choose from here for your character. Up next, it's going to ask you to select your power cards on your reputation. Now, when you're beginning, you're going to have a reputation of 2 since you are a novice, but it's going to go up each time you complete a quest. Right over here is the reputation track over here. Anytime you successfully complete a quest, you're going to mark these boxes over here. This is just simply going to tell you after you fill out all the boxes on a reputation level, you're going to go ahead and increase your heart's fire, your grit, and you've got these options over here as well. Right over here, this is going to tell you how much heart's fire you're going to start with, how much grit you're going to start off with here, and then it has the Lion's Will option as well. Right over here are your approaches. Now, if you have a regular sheet, you're going to be able to just kind of fill this in however you want, but for this one, this is already filled out for you. So this is simply going to tell you what type of die you're going to be using for each of the different approaches. So the higher number of the die, the better chance you're going to get a better number. So this is just kind of ranks that. With the assist, this is going to, you'll be able to list all those over here. And then with the techniques, it works pretty much the same as this. After an approach is selected, then a technique is going to be selected. And again, this is going to give you a technique die that you're going to be able to roll on the different challenges. And this is going to tell you which type you're going to roll. On the back over here, this is just going to have some background over here. You'll be able to draw a picture of your character over here. The bonds are basically going to just describe the different bonds that you have with some of the different characters. And then over here is the quest journal, which you'll be able to go ahead and take notes with. What's going to happen, you're just going to be going through these quests, and the quest master is going to be following through the book here. Now he can add things if he'd like to. If he'd like to add a minor challenge or something, he could very well do that. There's absolutely no limit. He can tell whatever kind of a story he wants. Essentially what he's going to be doing is just setting the scene. He can set his own scenes, and basically the adventurers are going to be talking about what they want to do, comparing their special powers, comparing their personalities, a whole host of different things. But essentially, this is what Quest of Yore is. So my final thoughts on Disney's is on Quest of Yore, the Barley's edition. Well, I'll admit that this is the first RPG game that I've ever reviewed. I don't think I've played a real RPG in probably, since Dungeons and Dragons. I think I might have played that for 5 minutes a long time ago. But if you are looking to get into RPGs, I think that this is a great gateway game to use. One of the reasons I think this is because of the way the instructions are written. They are really written in a way to where you can take your time understanding what's going on, and I think the people who wrote the instructions specifically had people in mind that had never played RPGs before. I think that does a really good job, especially with the prologue and the Questmaster's book, just kind of taking you through things as to how things work. And the same with the adventurers. You can set your adventurer up with different personalities, different ways of doing things. I mean, you have complete freedom to just make an entire world, an entire character. You can act out the character with a different voice. You can do whatever you want. And RPGs are typically meant to take a while to play. You can make it as deep as you want. You could pretty much just go through the book if you want to, but you can add different things if you're the quest master, add different challenges, add different types of things going on. If you've ever really played an RPG, like on a video game or whatever, you can visit things like taverns and hang out and play different games like poker or whatever. So, you know, it's really just, you really have freedom to do whatever you want. You kind of have the same thing in this game. It really is just up to the imagination. But I think that the components are really nice. The cards are really nice. They give you a whole wide array of different weapons and different things that you can do to choose from. And that basically can change up the game, to me, endlessly. So if you're looking for a good RPG to start with, I would recommend Quest of Yore. It's good. All right, guys, that's my review of Quest of Yore. Catch you later. Keep on gaming.